Right now we're in Costa Rica filming the bullet ant sting versus the leafcutter ant bite showdown, which, by the way, ouch, it hasn't even been 24 hours since I endured the carnage that was 60 seconds of being stung by a bullet ant. I mean, I got annihilated. I am still in excruciating pain right now, but here at our lodge, we saw something that we didn't even think existed. Let me ask you a question. What is worse than a bullet ant with one of the most painful stings in the world? The answer? A bullet ant that can fly. That's right, bullet ants have wings.
Mark, come here.
What is it?
Dude, there's a bug on the wall here. It looks like a bullet ant, but it has wings on it.
You shine your light like right on it? What?
Dude, that is a bullet ant with wings.
It has wings.
No way.
Let me get a net. Let's see if I can. Got it.
Got it. There it is. Yeah, it's in the net.
Oh, it's getting away. It's getting away. It's getting away. Ah!
We go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, hang on. Holy cow. No way.
Did you know they could fly?
I didn't know they could have wings at all. Let's get a closer look at it. In all of our adventures into the rainforest, we have never seen anything like this. The Brave Wilderness channel has a long and painful history with the bullet ant, because these ants possess one of the most painful stings on the entire planet. And that's not just of all ants, of all insects. From a single jab to a full minute of being pumped with their legendary venom, we've experienced firsthand just how excruciating their sting can be. However, these insects won't sting unless provoked, and we've learned that from sticking our hand into a box full of them. As it turns out, they only sting to protect themselves and their underground colony from danger. But until this particular adventure, we had no idea that bullet ants could take to the sky. But now let's get to the question that I know you're all wondering. Sure, bullet ants have wings, but can they sting? Can a winged bullet ant sting with the power and might of the bullet ant that we all know so well? Well, that's what we're here today to find out. I am prepared to take yet another sting test to see if the winged bullet ant is something that we all need to be concerned of. But before we do that, let's take a side-by-side comparison of both of these ants. Colorations, proportions, they look nearly identical. I mean, maybe, and just maybe, the winged bullet ant is a little bit bigger. But outside of that, the only major difference that I can see is just behind the head. On the wingless bullet ant, you've got a couple of spikes, a couple of nodules right behind the head on that middle part. On the winged bullet ant, you have more of a hunch or a hump. I'm guessing that's where all the wing mechanics are contained that enable this ant to fly. But before we get to the sting, let's discuss why ants have wings in the first place. In order for ants to start a new colony, like bees, they have to swarm. This occurs when colonies start to produce offspring that have wings, which of course can be either male or female, with the females being future queens. When a future queen flies away from the colony, she's in search of a winged male from another, and hope that they can join forces in starting the next generation of bullet ants. After they mate, the male unfortunately dies, while the female sheds her wings and searches on the ground for a good spot to start her new brood. Once she starts her nest, her stinger actually turns into an ovipositor, which she uses to lay eggs. She then exclusively produces female worker ants until the colony grows large enough to need to expand again. It's these workers who are tasked with the digging of tunnels, caring for young, and defending the colony with their legendary sting. All this to say, it's only the female ants that have stingers. With that being said, I have about a 50-50 chance of actually taking another sting in this video. It's time to get down to business. It's time to find out if this flying bullet ant can sting. Here we go. Let's see if we can grab hold without it flying away. I know I say this all the time with ants, but it's unbelievable how strong they are. Oh, no, 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 don't fly, don't fly, don't fly. Oh, no. Angry. This bullet ant does not want to be in these forceps. Okay, I got a good hold. All right, here we go. Oh, I was afraid we're gonna lose our flying bullet ant. They have wings for a reason. Got that shot?
Got it.
All right, here we go. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with a flying bullet ant. On 3. 1, 2, 3. I can't feel it. There's something in my. Oh yeah, stinger's in. Stinger's in. Yep, it's a queen. Oh, do you see the stinger in there? Definitely a queen. Got a young queen. Definitely not a male.
What's that feel like?
Burns. All right. Definitely not doing it for 60 seconds again. Yeah. Whew, man. Whew.
You all right, Mark?
Yeah. Huh. I tell you what, that burns, but not as bad, oddly enough. Definitely not as bad as yesterday. Let me put her back in the container. Thank you. Oh, man. Definitely a female, for sure. You could see there's already raised. I could feel the burning. There's already some raised, but not as bad. There's some marks there, but gonna have to give it a little bit to see if the venom really kicks in. I mean, clearly that's what the bullet ant looked like from yesterday. That is just over 24 hours. You can see just how swollen my arm is from yesterday, and it's hot and tight. It's almost like swelling up like a hot dog about to explode. But yeah, you can see right there, you see that? We definitely have some sting marks, but a much more mild venom. Like significantly less painful. I wouldn't recommend doing it. Don't get me wrong, this isn't good. It's not enjoyable, but it is certainly not as painful as the bullet ant we all know. So I have to wonder, why would the flying bullet ant sting be less potent than that of a wingless bullet ant? And if I had to guess, it's because this is a young queen. They're both females, but this young queen is destined to eventually lay eggs, meaning that stinger is meant to actually evolve into a device to reproduce and create the next bullet ants. Where this bullet ant is only meant to defend. That means that stinger needs to inflict as much pain as possible. We've got the bite of the leafcutter ant versus the sting of the bullet ant. And I'm here to determine which of these two is the true king of pain. Before we start our face-off, we have to track down our contenders. First up are the leafcutters, which are famous for slicing up plants and marching the pieces back to their nest. These worker ants carrying the leaves are incredibly strong, capable of lifting 20 times their own weight. They harvest these parts to use as compost that grows a fungus to feed the entire colony, including their defenders called soldier ants. Leafcutter soldiers have no stinger at all, but instead use their massively oversized jaws like butcher knives to slice through anything standing in their way, including human flesh. I have personally witnessed a single soldier saw through skin to the bone in just a matter of seconds, and that is why it will be our first contender. To find them, all we have to do is follow this trail of ants back to their underground lair. Here we go. This is it. This is the entry point to the nest. You can see the leaves are disappearing here. Up in this clearing, there's going to be other entry points. That's where the soldiers are going to be waiting to ambush. Oh yeah, see multiple entry points. All right, we want to be very gentle with our steps around these openings, because as soon as we disturb this area with vibrations, these ants are going to swarm us. These colonies can span 100 feet in diameter underground, so that's pretty much all of the visible area here in this clearing. There are millions of ants below our feet right now, including those dominant soldier ants. These are the biggest and baddest ants that you could imagine. All right, guys, get ready. So this is the same as knocking on the door, and trust me, we are not welcome. Oh, here they come right here, look at that. Giant soldiers. If you don't pay attention, they will be all over your body. We're here to collect 5 soldier ants for the bite test. All right, there's one. Okay, we got one. We are getting absolutely swarmed by these ants. Look at them covering my boots.
trying to
All right.
this. They're covered.
I know, you guys watch yourselves. Stand back a little bit. They come out of the hole with their mandibles open, ready for pain. All right, I got 3.
They're all over your boots.
Oh, oh gosh, he's already got me.
4.
One just got on my back. They're already up my legs. Oh, God, he got me. Oh, okay, how many do we have? I got 5. All right, let's get out of here, let's get out of here, come on. I got one on my back. I sliced my back. All right, seriously. Oh, you got them all over. You guys got them all over your boots.
Oh, Matt, one just crawled in your pocket. One just crawled in your pocket.
Oh, Mark, there's one on your shoulder.
It's biting me. Look at that. Yes, they can definitely bite through your clothes. There is no negotiating with these ants. They only mean to seek and destroy. It's time for round 1. Let's go to the bite table and get this action started. All right, welcome to the bite table. Here we have in our jar 5 soldier leafcutter ants, and oh boy, are they angry. Let's get a closer look at the business end of one of these soldiers. Man, these ants just make you nervous. They are so incredibly strong. Let's take a closer look. Andrew, you got a good shot? It's like having a pair of garden shears on your face. They are razor sharp. We're going to attempt to recreate a swarm of ants on the top of my hand and then see if I can withstand their bites for 60 seconds. Please do not attempt to recreate what you're about to see. Matt, let's put 60 seconds on the clock.
60 seconds.
All right, here we go. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the bite zone with the leafcutter ant. Here we go, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that one's got me. All right, they're all in, start the clock.
60 seconds starting now.
Oh, they're breaking the skin. Man, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. What's the time? What's the time?
30 seconds left.
They're just annihilating my skin, just popping holes. It's like razor pinches. They're just like slicing through my skin like butter. Give me a countdown. It's gotta be close.
10 seconds left.
All right, 10.
9, 8, 7, 5, 4, don't move your hand. 3, 2, 1.
Get them off, get them off, get them off. God, they won't come off. They just bite harder. Get off me. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. So many bites. That was so much more intense than I thought. I thought there was no possible way that a leafcutter ant bite could even come close to comparing, but I don't know. Bullet ant stings up next, but that's the most uncomfortable thing I have ever experienced. The sheer willpower to just like look away and let that happen. I hope you guys got good shots because I never want to go through that ever again. All right, so let these ants go and get back on the hunt.
Even with fresh wounds on my hand, there was no time for a break. My turn to face the sting of the bullet ant had arrived. Bullet ants are one of the largest ants in the world and are legendary for having the most painful sting in the insect kingdom, rating above cow killers, tarantula hawks, and the infamous murder hornet. It has also earned itself the nickname the 24-hour ant because the excruciating pain from a single sting can last an entire day.
Let's let these ants back off into their nest. There you go. Round 1 of the most painful ant showdown is in the books. I've got some battle wounds to show for it. Now it's time for round 2, the sting of the bullet ant. I've got some good news and bad news. The bad news is, for me, this is definitely gonna happen. The good news is, we don't have to go very far to find our bullet ant. Literally on top of the leafcutter ant colony, there is a bullet ant nest right here at this tree. I have never seen this before. All I have to do, give a little knock on the door. Check this out. Oh, here they come. Can you get your microphone close? Hear them making their battle cry. Oh, they're angry. We just need one ant. Here we go. Oh, we got two on there. Oh, see if we can get one to climb off in it. All right. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, geez, that was close. All right, we got an ant. And just like that, we are ready for round two. The time has come for the second contender. Those leafcutter ants meant business, but those are flesh wounds. This is venom. Let's get the bullet ant out of the jar so we can get a closer look at exactly what we're dealing with here. All right, I'm just gonna let it crawl onto the table. Got it. Oh man, my heart is definitely racing a million miles a second right now. These ants are not to be taken lightly. Some ants just bite, but some ants sting, and this is the king of sting. Oh, ah, did you see that? Jumped right off the forceps. Let me grab it again. Be good, be good. Okay, got a better grip that time. Oh man, okay.
He looks angry.
Very angry. The panerotoxin in this ant stinger is ranked #1 on Dr. Schmidt's sting index. And I'm not just gonna take one sting today. I'm about to take it on for 60 seconds. Oh man, this is gonna be painful. Please do not attempt to try this at home. 60 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Camera's rolling, camera's rolling, camera's rolling. I'm Mark Binns, and I'm about to enter the sting zone for 60 seconds with the bullet ant. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh, you see the stinger going in? Oh, you got that shot? Oh, ah! Oh, that hurts. Oh, the stinger's still in me. Ah!
Mark, we gotta stop the clock every time you take
All right, oh man, it really burns.
You have to hold it on there for a whole minute.
Oh yeah, you can see the stinger going in the skin. You see that? Oh man, and he's just like working it in. Oh my gosh.
30 seconds.
Oh, the stinger's in there just pumping me full of venom.
Mark, you okay?
No. It's hot. Oh yeah, you see the stinger going in and out? It's getting me again. What's the time?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
Oh, I'm bleeding. Where the stinger is in, you guys see that? Oh, dude, I'm telling you what, that is searing pain. My arm is on fire right now.
Describe the pain.
It's hot. It's hot, it's pulsating, it's electric. My skin is just like rippling with pain. You can see it drew blood. The stinger was in the skin, just pumping me full of venom. Did you see it pull out there at the end? That was insane. They say it's like being shot by a bullet. This pain is rumored to last for like 24 hours. The sting is getting worse by the second.
So which one's worse?
The acute pain of those leafcutter ant jaws really hurt. This is different though. This is getting worse. Like you could see the redness is starting to really flare up. Like look at all the capillaries dilating there. Wow. In terms of the showdown, I don't know, what do you guys think? What'd you think was worse?
Just based on your pain reaction and the bites, I think leafcutter ant.
I mean, this was no walk in the park. This did not feel good for a second, but those leafcutter ants, that is something I never, ever want to go through ever again if I can help it. All right, guys, it's getting dark. Let's release the ant and head back to camp.
As we made our way back to the nest to release the bullet ant, the swelling and searing pain increased dramatically, and I was starting to think that I had declared the winner of this ant vs. ant face-off far too soon. All night long, my arm was riddled in bone-crushing pain, and it took everything I had to hold back from screaming out in agony.
I maybe got like 2 hours sleep last night, guys. This bullet ant sting just kept me up all night long.
For what it's worth, I feel my experience has proved the rumors true. The pain became much more intense before getting any better, and the visual swelling and itching alone were shocking. It took multiple days for all of my symptoms to subside, and if it were up to me, I'd rename this species the 48-hour ant. So I had to do the right thing and return to the table.
Well, I, for one, am never too proud to admit when I am wrong. And in terms of yesterday's verdict as to which was worse, I was wrong. Look at my arm, guys. I am in so much pain right now. And look at this. The redness extends all the way from my wrist to almost my elbow. It truly feels like a broken bone.
Wait, Mark. So, are you changing the winner from yesterday?
No question. No question. I have never felt pain like this from a sting. This is the worst sting I have ever experienced in my life. The bullet ant is the true king of pain of this rainforest. This could be the one that sends me to the hospital. On 3. I am terrified. Tonight, I am on the hunt for the only deadly scorpion to live in the United States. This is a creature that should be avoided at all costs, but if I can catch an Arizona bark scorpion, I will intentionally take a sting, describe the pain, and show you an experience that has caused multiple human fatalities. Black light on, let's get searching. Over the years, I have been no stranger to experimenting with stings from the world's most painful creatures. But after surviving a horrible stonefish sting in Australia, I thought the worst pain I could experience had been set. That is, until this video. The bark scorpion is the only scorpion in the United States that is known to possess a potentially life-threatening sting. Every year, hundreds of cases are treated in hospitals all throughout the Southwest. So as much as this video will be shocking to some, it's an important lesson on how to identify this dangerous scorpion if you ever find yourself in this terrifying situation. So the sun has completely set, and you can see how much area I can cover with my blacklight. Now, the reason I am using the beast, as we call it, as a tool for tonight's search is because, like almost every scorpion on the planet, the Arizona bark scorpion will glow green underneath the blacklight. Now, this flat area, not a bad place to look for scorpions. You can find them here, but the best place to look, down in the wash, which is just ahead. Let's go this way. So this is a scorpion hole. No scorpion, but see how it's long ways? That's from the pinchers coming out this way. That's a big scorpion den right there. Got a scorpion right here. Scorpion. I can't tell what kind it is, but I definitely have one. See it right here? Right there? I'm going to carefully move around here. Oh, it's on to me. Got him. All right. Yep, it's gonna pinch me a little bit, and then before it calms down. Okay, look at that venom at the tip of the tail. Let go of me. I've got a good hold. Look at that. I mean, unmistakable, right? Like, you are not gonna miss something glowing out here in the desert that color. But unfortunately, this is not the bark scorpion that we are looking for. This is actually a very small desert hairy scorpion, one that I have already been stung by. Oh, you're pinching me. One that I have already been stung by for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, but this is a good sign that there are scorpions on the move. Let's put this little desert hairy back down where we found it and keep searching. Bye, buddy. Got a scorpion. Oh. Don't spook it, don't spook it, don't spook it. Got it. Oh my goodness. Bark scorpion. Bark scorpion. Look at that. This is the most dangerous scorpion in all of North America, and one that has actually been responsible for human deaths. Okay. Okay. Oh, I cannot believe we found it. We were about to give up and head home for the night. Sure enough, this is the scorpion that I will now go up against to show you what it's like to get stung by one of the most feared arachnids in the world, the bark scorpion of the United States. Let's go set up the sting table. Here we go. That is the real deal, the bark scorpion. When it comes to scorpions that could be potentially dangerous and even life-threatening, the bark scorpion is the only scorpion that lives in the United States that's considered potentially deadly. And if you're wondering if I'm nervous, I am terrified. This sting pushes the limit. I hope I can make it through this one, guys. This one could be bad. I'm gonna take the scorpion out of the container so I could show you some of the key identifiers to know if you're looking at the Arizona bark scorpion or not. Okay, here we go. There's three main things you want to look for. See how the claws are very elongated. They're not powerful. They do not hurt. They can't really pinch you like a giant desert hairy scorpion could. Ah, yeah. These claws are very delicate, and they just use their claws for eating. They're not using those claws to capture their prey. What they are using, though, is their extraordinarily potent venom. If you look at the tip of the tail, the telson is what it's called. At the base of the stinger, the bark scorpion has a tooth. See that little notch? I can barely see it with my own eyes, but it's there. And that's how I was able to confirm this is a bark scorpion. No tooth, no bark. The third and most practical way to know that you're dealing with the bark scorpion is just by observing how you found it in the first place. Here we go, watch this. See that? Ran right underneath this piece of wood, hanging upside down. And these scorpions like to hide like this, guys, out of sight, inverted, underneath objects. So you can see here easily why people often get stung by bark scorpions. You're doing yard work, you pick up a piece of wood or a rock, you don't see the scorpion, you accidentally grab it, bam, you're stung. And what's worse than that, you often don't even see what stung you, but you sure can feel it. Now, it's time for the moment that I have been dreading for over 15 years, ever since I started coming to the Sonoran Desert. Quick PSA, I feel obligated to tell you, like I always tell you, but this one, guys, I'm very serious. Never attempt to recreate what you are about to see. All right, guys. Here we go. I hope I'm going to be okay and that this is just very painful in terms of an experience, but there's a chance that this might be the one, this could be the one that sends me to the hospital. Like we always do for the Bite Sting Index, I'm going to rate the sting of this scorpion on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. I am intimidated, very much so. The pain, I believe, is going to be very severe, and for aftermath, this could be a high score. My heart is beating out of my chest. I absolutely feel fear right now. This is for real, I'm doing it. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the Arizona bark scorpion. I am terrified. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's terrible. Oh! Whoa! Holy smokes! put it back. Oh God, that's so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. 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 Ah. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so bad. It's just, my whole hand's numb. My whole hand is numb. Radiating heat. It's like, it's so painful. Oh my gosh, I have never felt instant pain like that. I thought it was gonna be bad, but I did not think it was gonna be this bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, more painful than stonefish, it's more painful than bullet ant. It's way more painful than the bullet ant. Oh.
Wow, we have a new king today.
Oh gosh, it really burns. It really burns to touch. It's so tender. So tender all through my finger. Oh gosh, and it hit me like I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready. I was not prepared for it to be this bad. Oh, it's getting worse. It feels like my whole hand's just like wanting to like curl up and seize. My whole finger is like almost like going paralyzed. Ah, that hurts. Oh, and it's swelling bad. Look at that. Look at my finger swelling up. Ah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Never in my life have I felt a pain so shocking and so jarring. And what's crazier is the build of this sting was the first time I seriously thought about going to the hospital. In over 10 years of making videos on Brave Wilderness, I've never had to go or even thought about going. But this sting gets scary. For intimidation, this scorpion gets a huge score because it is well known for being the worst and most dangerous scorpion in North America. No other scorpion even comes close to being as feared as this one, and for that, it gets a 9.8 out of 10. For pain, I know I've had gnarlier looking stings before, like the bullet ant and the tarantula hawk that made my arm flare up right away, but this one was worse by far. It was like being struck by a lightning bolt of pain that made me jump up in the air and my whole hand shocked into numbness within a matter of seconds, leaving behind a pulsating pins and needles electrical fire in its wake. Simply put, it's a solid 10 of 10. For aftermath, this is where it got bad. The electrical pins and needles in my hand got worse, almost too painful to even touch. And then it started to spread. First up the top of my arm, then my whole arm up to my elbow went numb. And that radiating Charlie horse pain got worse and worse and worse. And as the pain started to creep past my elbow, I thought I was certainly going to need to go to the hospital. And I'll admit to you right now, I was terrified that I had finally pushed it too far. And I told myself, if it gets to my shoulder, we're going. But luckily for me, it stopped just short. And after about 12 hours of numbness, it retreated back to my elbow. And by the next morning, it was only radiating in my hand and wrist. All in all, it took 4 days to regain feeling in most of my hand, but my finger and thumb took a full week to recover. So I'm sure by now you've guessed it, the aftermath was also a 10 out of 10, giving the Arizona bark scorpion a total BSI score of a 9.9, which easily dethrones the bullet ant and making it the brand new king of sting. Welcome to the Sonoran Desert, one of the harshest environments in the continental United States. This terrain has become a staple for Brave Wilderness. From the Gila monsters to the tarantula hawks, even the plants are out for blood. In fact, that's exactly why we're here. Ah yes, here we go. The jumping cholla in all its glory. Now there are over 30 different species of this segmented cacti that inhabit North and South America, and they all have different names. This one, I could tell right away, is none other than the teddy bear cholla. But I will warn you, this plant is definitely not soft and cuddly, so you don't want to give it a hug if you're out here in the Sonoran Desert. Now, if you take a closer look at those spines, you'll notice that they are pointing in nearly every direction, almost like some kind of geometric nightmare. Oh, but it gets worse. On every single spine is a characteristic called glochidia, which are small bristles with backward-facing barbs. This microscopic feature makes the cholla difficult to remove once it is adhered to any surface or unlucky passerby. Now I know what you're thinking. Are these plants just plain evil? Or is there a method to their madness? Well, as it turns out, each and every single segment of this plant is a potential seed for the next offspring. They've adopted what's called vegetative reproduction. But what's with this name jumping cholla? Their name is a bit of a myth. It comes from the idea that the plants actually have the ability to jump at their would-be victims. However, that's not the case. But what they can do is fall. So a good gust of wind or vibrations in the ground can cause the segments to fall, especially in the dry season. And at this point, I want to show you guys the methods to remove a cholla plant from your body. But let's be honest, you've seen this before. Yeah, today, it's my turn. And in order to show you the right ways to remove a cholla, I'm gonna need to get myself good and spiked up. So the team and I have decided to create the ultimate cholla challenge, also called the sharpest maze in the world. And if you look right behind me here, you'll notice there's a lot of cholla. In fact, not just cholla, there's all kinds of spiky, nightmarish plants. These are things you would never, ever want to walk through. But here's the deal. If you were to go all the way to the end of the maze, over 100 yards, you would find a table. What's on this table, you might ask? Well, it just so happens to be my favorite dessert of all time. The delicious, the scrumptious, the completely irresistible red velvet cake. And this one just so happens to be made from my favorite bakery in Los Angeles, Baker's Lane. So, trust me, I really want to have that dessert in the desert. But here's the deal, in order to get it, I need to make my way through this maze in under 2 minutes. And the kicker is, I've got to do it while being blindfolded.
Actually, Mark, I thought the blindfold might be a little too easy to see through.
Huh?
So I got you these blacked out goggles instead. I'll take that bandana from you.
I could work with this, okay. I really want that cake. All right, folks, here it goes. If you've ever wanted to see a human pincushion, stick around for the next few minutes. This is about to get crazy.
Alrighty, folks. Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned desert showdown. No sense poking around. Let's get right to it. 2 minutes on the clock. Let's give him some spins for good luck. And he's off.
That, man.
Straight.
To your right, to your right. Good. To your left, Mark, to your left.
Oh, God. Straight.
Yep, straight ahead. Oh, watch out for that one by your leg. Back up just a little bit and then go straight. There you go.
Oh, I can't see a thing.
There we go. We got a little bit of a clearing here.
Time check.
You got about 1:30. Watch your shins.
Which way?
Oh, man. Back up.
Oh.
Okay, Mark, we gotta keep going.
Right.
To your right,
Right?
To your right.
What is that? That's another one, is it?
No. Straight ahead. Yep, side step. Step with your left leg forward. Yeah, just go straight, Mark. Just go straight.
Oh my gosh, how far am I?
Halfway through, Mark. Come on. Don't get too close to those. Keep shuffling.
God.
There you go.
My leg's seizing up, man.
Well, we're in between two very sharp plants. So what we need to do, yep. You just turned yourself perfect.
Okay.
Go forward. There's a bush right below you, though. Step over that with your left leg. There you go.
Am I doing the right thing? I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to feel for bushes with my feet.
Shuffle. There you go.
Am I close?
You're close. We got about 30 seconds, though. We got to make it.
I'm like terrified to finish this, Corey. Help me.
All right, this part's tight.
Dude, I'm stuck. I'm freaking stuck.
Ooh, he's gonna feel that one for a while. Let's slow that down real nice like and see an instant replay.
Okay, you just have to move forward. You're right there. It's right in front of you.
Oh, I feel the table. Got the cake. Yes! Victory!
Oh, dude, you made it with like 2 seconds to spare.
All right. I need you guys to remove the goggles because I'm like, I can't move right now. Corey, I'm gonna need your help. How bad is it? How bad is it?
It's bad, dude.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Was it worth it, man?
Let
Take
me
a bite.
Let me see.
Made it this far.
Oh, it makes it better. That certainly makes it better. Oh yeah, that's a good take. Okay. We gotta get these out. All right, I really need the stuff off the back.
I'm just gonna keep going, man. Ready?
Okay. All right, keep going, man.
Had you ever thought of starting over? Starting
1, 2, 3.
from the
Yep, that was the worst one. Tell you guys what, I'm so happy I wore a cup. Okay, so here we go. Now, as you can see, I only have the cholla left that are on the front side of my body. And this is the point of the video where I would like to attempt to show you how, if this happens to you, hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, how to properly remove these cholla with the least amount of pain possible. The number one thing you want to avoid doing, this is like rule number one with cholla, you never, ever, under any circumstances, try to remove cholla with your hands. Even if you have gloves on, as you can see, these things go through boots, they go through fabric. So don't use your hands, you want to use a tool. Now, what tool should you use? Well, I'm glad you asked. Corey, my comb, please. Thank you, sir. No, I'm just kidding. It's not for my hair, but one of the best tools for removing the cholla is a large tooth comb, just like this. Work the teeth under the spines until you grab the cholla. You could kind of see I've got the fruit pulling up now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's one. Ooh, this one's gonna hurt. Go! Yeah! Yes! Yes, sir, that hurts. Okay, so the comb, it does the trick. But let's be honest, if you're out here hiking the Sonoran Desert, pretty good chance you don't have a large tooth comb in your kit. But what you might have is something like this. The Brave Wilderness team never leaves home without a good multi-tool, and I highly recommend you do the same. So you want to open 2 points of contact, just like the comb, wiggle it in there. See how I have good purchase? Ah, that hurts. 1, 2, 3. Ga! Ga! Velvet cake, velvet cake, velvet cake. Okay, I think I need to get this one off. This is a good opportunity for me to show you yet another technique. Corey, sticks please. Thank you, sir. Now, if you can't find any sticks, just look harder, because you definitely don't want to use your hands, like I said before. What you want to do is take the sticks, work them underneath, get purchase, and then same as the other ones. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, just like that. But I gotta be honest with you, I much prefer the multi-tool, so I'm going back. Okay, this is gonna be a good one. And the final cholla. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the Sonoran Desert and all of its spiky inhabitants and how to remove the pesky cholla should you ever have an encounter of your own. I'm Mark Vins. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next challenge. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Oh yes, that cake was worth every single spine. And speaking of our spiky little friends that joined me on today's adventure, we actually did them a big favor by helping these cholla complete their journey across the desert. Grow strong, little ones. And if you enjoyed this challenge, make sure to head over to the Mark Vin's channel and check out my experiment to prove, once and for all, who is the spikiest cactus in the West. Ow! I'm just gonna say it right now, it only gets spikier from here.
This nest here in front of me is home to the Australian Bulldog Ant that can both bite and sting, and I'm about to find out just how much damage it can do. I'm going to attempt to use this little stick to try to get a Bulldog Ant for our sting test. All right, got our forceps, small container. Now we just need the Bulldog Ant itself. I'm going to lightly disturb the entryway. Oh, here we go, got him already. That makes me nervous. The ants are starting to swarm. You see how big they are? This is like a volcano of ants. Oh gosh, almost got me. They're getting on me. All right, I'm gonna have to get our ant fast. Here we go. I got it. Yes. Oh man. Oh. There we go. We've got one. That is a really good sized Bulldog Ant. Starting to swarm a little too much to hang out here. Let's go reposition away from the nest so we can get a closer look at one of the scariest ants in the world. Australians fear these massive ants because they attack in swarms and without warning. If you accidentally disturb them, you can be covered in just a matter of seconds. Bulldog ants can be found all over Australia and often build nests in people's yards and local parks, which is exactly where we discovered these ants. This particular species is one of the largest, growing to over 1 inch in length. And of course, for this sting test, we wanted the big dogs, so we can compare how they rank against the legendary bullet ants of South and Central America. Now it's time to find out which is worse. All right, guys, it is officially go time with the Bulldog Ant. Look at the size of this insect. Size-wise, I would definitely say it gives the bullet ant a run for its money, but appearance, this ant is second to none when it comes to intimidation factor. But before I test the might of this insect, let's get it out of the container and take an even closer look at those jaws and its stinger. All right, here we go. Well, it's already jumping out. I want to be very careful right now. And they are so aggressive. Look at that, it's already biting on the forceps. I'm just gonna try my best to get a good grip. And I'm getting nervous, gosh, hang on. All right, I gotta get it on the ground. Here we go. Unlike other ants, they don't really react to scents and pheromones, they react to sight. So anytime I try to grab it with the forceps, it sees that I'm coming. There we go. Okay, perfect hold. There it is. No animal has been requested for a sting test more than the Bulldog Ant in the history of Brave Wilderness. And now I can see why. Wow, I have never seen a more terrifying looking ant in my entire life. Let's start at the top. Look at the size of those mandibles. They are like serrated shears attached to these bulbous eyes, almost like a vice grip, just ready to snap and pinch on to anything it can touch. Look at the eyes of the ant. You can really see how much it reacts by using its sight. Look how it turns its head to the different ways that I position my finger around it. And then, of course, before we get to the stinger, I just have to say, look at the size of those legs. Because they are visually stimulated, they use their extremely long legs to extend quickly and flick themselves onto any would-be predator, earning them the name jumping jacks. And then of course, we can see the stinger flying already from the abdomen. Like other stinging insects, only the females can sting. This is actually a sentry or a soldier ant tasked with guarding the front of the nest. And you saw, with just the slightest disruption, a fleet of soldiers came flying out of the nest, ready for attack. They got all over my boots and nearly took a sting right away, but we saved the sting for this moment in the video. The sting of this ant is said to be one of the most painful experiences that you can get from any animal here on the continent of Australia. Some even argue in the world. The biggest difference between bullet and bulldog ant stings are the toxins they use. Bullet ants use a Panera toxin, which is slow building and can last for days, where bulldog ants use formic acid that causes instant pain. And when these ants swarm and cover people by the dozens, they have the ability to take down a fully grown adult. Holy cow, she's looking at me. Oh my gosh, look at that stinger go. I have a feeling this is going to hurt. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with one of the most terrifying ants on the planet, the Australian Bulldog Ant. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh God, you see the stinger going in? Ah! Yeah! That's a good sting. Ah! Yeah. Oh! Ah, it's really got its stinger in me. Ah, look at its stinger's in. Ah! 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 All right, put it back in the jar. Oh, that hurts. All right. Ah! Oh my gosh! Woo! Oh my goodness. Yeah, that burns. That is a super intense sting. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Let me compose myself. Oh man, that was like instant fire underneath my skin. So much more like potent than the bullet ant. But I can tell you this, the bite was really nothing. Didn't really get a good grip on with those jaws, but it certainly got its stinger stuck in my arm, and it getting a little dry mouth. Hang on, my adrenaline's kicking in.
You okay, Mark?
Yeah, I'm all right, I think. All right. Geez, it's also hot out all of a sudden. All right, I think I'm good to continue on. All right. Oh, you bulldog. Oh, all right. See that stinger site? Got a little bit of a acute swelling, maybe some residual bumps, and it definitely burns. I would say the initial onset of the sting, it was like a lightning bolt, way more intense than a bullet ant. But I can tell you it's already starting to subside a bit. But wow, that is a rip shot of pain. Man. Really getting dry mouth, guys. The
Is your EpiPen in your backpack?
it is. I've got my EpiPen, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need it yet, but got to monitor make sure my tongue's not swelling up or anything. But holy cow, that sting is like a hammer. It's like somebody literally just took a hammer and went wham! Instantaneous pain. Not even a small delay. As soon as the stinger touched my skin, boom, it was on. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that one, because I don't think I want to go arm to stinger again with that intimidating little ant. Now, I am not out of the woods by any means. I'm gonna continue to monitor this sting over the next 2 days. I can tell you this, a single sting from a bulldog ant so far does not compete with the bullet ant. Unlike the bullet ant that just started to build and build and build, I'm starting to really get past that initial wave of pain. And now I'm just really more dealing with the after effects of adrenaline. Starting to get that like queasy stomach, cold sweat, and just simple nausea that I usually get after taking a sting. But a swarm of bulldog ants, I would estimate, could take even the most pain-tolerant person to their knees. All right, I think I'm gonna need some ice. Ugh. Sure enough, things got a lot worse. Just hours later, the redness and inflammation flared up and were joined by an intense itching that lasted for several days. Compared to other stings I've taken, this one was a sleeper that turned into a monster. Bulldog ant stings are known for their instant pain, so I was shocked when I was hit with these delayed reactions. While I did not experience the 24 hours of deep bone break pain that the bullet ant gave me, oh, that hurts. That is searing pain.
This was far from an ordinary walk in the park. In fact, as of the editing of this video, my arm is still discolored and healing. If I were to have been swarmed and stung like the stick in the beginning of the video, it would have been a very bad situation. But now I know exactly why Australians go so far out of their way to avoid the jumping terror that is the bulldog ant. Yikes. Few places on our planet are as alive as the country of Ecuador. From its towering cloud forests, down to the Amazon basin, and all the way out to the islands of the Galapagos, this country stands as a pillar of hope for the entire natural world. And as part of the Non-Fungible Planet campaign to celebrate Earth Day, YouTube is sponsoring this video for an expedition into this pristine environment where we will get up close with some of its most magnificent and unusual wildlife. Joining us on this adventure will be Dr. Lina Valencia, a renowned conservation scientist and wildlife expert. Lina has spent years conducting field research throughout Latin America on many animal species, ranging from primates all the way down to amphibians. Lina knows this environment well, and with any luck, together, we will uncover brand new species never before seen on video. After crossing the ridges of the Andes and navigating down the slopes of the Amazon, we set out on foot to venture deep into the heart of the rainforest. Right away, I was struck by the immense beauty and diversity of this place. But right about the same time, we were also struck with the challenges in front of us. We trekked miles through the jungle, crossing rivers and braving rainstorms and mud to get to the edge of the primary forest. Here we waited for darkness, because while some creatures do make themselves present by day, the best and most interesting only roam under the cover of night. During the day, there are diurnal animals. That means daytime wildlife, but the best time to find all the cool creatures that call this rainforest home is at night.
Well, you cannot come to the Amazon and not go night herping.
Night herping, what is night herping?
So we're gonna turn our headlamps on and then we're gonna start walking through the forest to discover all the cool creatures that we're gonna see tonight. Frogs, snakes, really cool insects.
Awesome. Well, I know I'm excited. This is our first trip to Ecuador for Brave Wilderness. You've been here a few times, so
yeah.
I'm gonna let you lead the way. Let's turn our flashlights on and head off into the rainforest. What the? Guys! Holy cow! Look at the size of that katydid. That's the biggest one I have ever seen, Lena. It is strong. It is like taking all my finger strength just to hold on to it. Look at those legs kick away. Now, I would attempt to let it rest on my hand if it weren't for those massive mandibles in the front. It will absolutely slice your skin open like a razor-sharp knife. Make no mistake about it, these katydids are fierce. And if you've seen all the leaves around here that have holes in them, see all these holes? That's due to these creatures just munching away, eating the plant leaves, hole by hole, leaf by leaf. Wow. With over 6,400 species, katydid come in a variety of shapes and sizes. And while they are called the longhorn grasshopper, they are actually more closely related to crickets, including this giant leaf katydid. And you can see the camouflage. Here, let's hold it up to a leaf right here. Look at how well it blends in with the leaves here. Absolutely superior camouflage. I mean, Lena, that's a leaf.
It's like it has even the veins that a leaf will normally have.
Yeah. So it is so incredibly strong for an insect. Look at it, it's just ripping holes in the leaf as we're trying to take it off. Look at the abdomen pulsate underneath there. And this can fly. You want to hold it, Lena?
No, that's fine.
Okay, well, let's get a couple more shots and then we're gonna put this monstrous katydid right back on the leaf which I found it. Wow.
As exciting as it is to explore these environments, there are many potential hazards, like venomous snakes lurking on the ground and spiny plants all the way up to the canopy. So proceeding with extreme caution is a must.
All right, let's get the cameras in close. You see this? Lena just spotted this stick insect, and it is super spiky. Here you go, Lena. Oh, man. That is so cool.
Can you see all the spikes?
Oh, yeah. It's almost like a stick insect version of the thorny devil that we saw in Australia. Besides its incredible appearance, I'm already amazed by its 3 unique defense mechanisms. The first one's pretty obvious, stick insect, master of camouflage. Defense mechanism number 2. Lena, why don't you tell us how spiky this stick insect is?
Pretty spiky over here.
That's right, I'm gonna try it. Ah, yeah. If you were to try to forcefully grab it, you would get a handful of spines and it would not feel good. Let's move on to the 3rd defense mechanism. Look at how much that rear abdomen looks like the head of a snake, almost like a dragon.
Look how it curls.
Almost like a scorpion. That is a false head and is another defense mechanism, so a would-be predator would actually go after the wrong side of the insect, giving it one last chance of escape.
More than 3,000 species of stick insect inhabit our planet, and to add a 4th defense to its arsenal, this spiny stick insect actually has the ability to produce a noxious odor that is impossible to ignore.
You guys can't smell it, but
Yeah.
there's a very strong smell.
Yeah, it smells almost like bug spray. I think that's the best way I could describe it. A very unique smell, not a smell I've ever encountered before. Wow, you never know what you're gonna see when you come out night herping in Ecuador, but I certainly never in my wildest dreams expected a creature like this. All right, Lena, great spot. Why don't you do the honors and put this one back on its leaf? Oh man, that's so cool.
Put it back. Oh, look, there's a monkey tree frog here.
Oh yeah.
Can you
Wow.
see it? It blends so well with the leaf. Yeah, they're called monkey tree frog because right now they're not moving, but when they move, they look like a monkey moving
Okay.
through the forest.
Are they nocturnal?
Yeah, they're nocturnal, and right now you think it's sleeping, but it's not. It's actually because it senses our presence, so they get still, and they're like that defensive mechanism. And if I was to grab it, like they would like curl into and play dead, and that's how they defend from predators.
Wow. Yeah, you can actually see, even since we walked up here, it's gotten a lot darker.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any way to show everyone what this defense
Yeah.
mechanism? Yeah, because I've heard about, I've actually never seen one of these.
So can you see how it's crawling? That's like a defense mechanism when it's disturbed.
Wow.
Do you see? When it was in the tree, it was like not as cold as it is right now.
So it's plain possum.
It's playing dead.
Yeah.
And actually, some of these frogs, when you touch them, they change color and release some toxins
Oh, really?
as well. That if they're like, they won't be poisonous in my hand, but if like I put it on my eye, I will be struggling.
After we placed the frog back on its leaf, we spotted another one on a nearby branch. So here's a much livelier perspective.
Nice little leaf frog. Nice job, Lena, good spot. All right, let's keep moving.
Among the maze of vines and other vegetation, we search slowly and carefully because many things in this jungle are not as obvious as they might appear.
Whoa, what is this? Is that a toad?
Yeah, that's actually a leaf toad. Can you tell why?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. See if I can pick it up right on its leaf.
Look how it camouflages so well with the leaf.
Yeah, you can definitely make out the parotid glands and see the bumps all over the surface of the skin. Definitely a toad. I'm speechless. This is an unbelievable find. Have you seen one of these before, Lena?
I've seen leaf toads before, but not particularly this one.
I'm in awe.
Look at how beautiful the eye is.
While many species of amphibians utilize superior camouflage here in Ecuador, some of them are actually very toxic and display brilliant colorations, as is seen in poison dart frogs and the world's rarest and most colorful jewel of the rainforest, the harlequin toad.
Hi. Thanks for hanging out with us. And you know, I noticed that a lot of species out here in Latin America, they're not really flighty. They do rely on their defense mechanisms. For better or for worse, that's what they're going with.
Yep. Not afraid of you because he will attack.
So there you have it. That is one super camouflaged but cool amphibian. And Lena, I think this is a great way to call it a wrap here of our exploration of Ecuador. Thank you so much for having us.
You're most welcome.
You've shown us so many cool animals. I hope everybody at home has appreciated this look into this beautiful ecosystem. I'm Mark Vins.
I'm Lina Valencia.
Be brave.
Be wild.
We'll see ya on the next adventure. All right, ready to go back out? See you later.
We'd like to extend a special thank you to Dr. Lina Valencia and NGOs like Rewild.org, who make the conservation and sustainability of places like this their primary mission. And thank you again to YouTube for making this adventure possible and sponsoring this exciting exploration to celebrate the beauty and wonder of our planet. Exploring Ecuador was an absolute dream come true.
I am on the hunt for the deadliest sting in all of Borneo. And if I'm able to catch one of these super aggressive insects, I'm going to take a sting for myself to see just how painful it really is. Eyes up, these killers attack from the sky. So right now, we are looking for flowering plants because in all likelihood, that's where we're gonna find what we're after. The hornet itself does eat nectar and fruit, but it also hunts bees, which are attracted to flowers as well. So these banded hornets are really opportunistic. Oh man, we are in the thick of it now. Snake! Guys, we got a snake right here. Bornean keeled viper. It is venomous, and it is a really good sized one too, but so I can get it down. Oh, she's heavy. My goodness. You see what I mean now? That's why I want to be especially careful with this snake. I do believe she's carrying young, so she's what's called gravid, and she's about to give birth to a lot of baby snakes. Oh. So can you see that? Anytime she gets more than half of her body length out of my hook, I do a reset. As long as I have the hook in that first quarter, I'm fairly safe. Now, you would not want to take a bite from this viper. As docile as she is being right now, we can't let her guard down. In an instant, this snake could wake up, decide to become aggressive, and a bite from this animal would be a very dangerous situation. How's that for a shot? It's named the keeled viper because of the scales. They have a little ridge that goes in between each individual scale. Unlike most pit vipers, it has a much thicker jawline. It has a very robust and bold appearance. And then when you combine that with the coloration of this reptile, it's a knockout. We gotta cover some ground. We gotta get out of this canopy and hopefully find some flowers. I'm not sure there's gonna be many hornets hanging out in this dense jungle here. Oh wow, here's a flower. Guys, come check this out. This is called a Rafflesia flower. It is the national flower of Borneo, but it actually has a much more common name, the rotting corpse flower. Being that I've never encountered one of these before, you know I gotta test it. It definitely stinks. Not nearly as bad as I thought. Spoiled barbecue, no big deal. We're gonna head up here where there's more light and hopefully more flowers. I'm hearing a lot of buzzing. I got flowers, guys. Big flowers in there. Something's buzzing up there. I think we got one. I think we got one. Watch out, guys, watch out. I got it. Yes. Woo, we got one. Let's go to this clearing. I'm gonna get the jar. Oh, baby. Oh my goodness. That is it. The banded hornet, the deadliest stinging insect in all of Borneo. It is huge. Look how big it is. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we got one. And it looks mean. Let's go set up the sting table. Let's do this. First, up close look. at one of the insect killers of Borneo, the banded hornet. And it is enormous, easily twice the size of hornets that I'm used to seeing. And look at that bright yellow band across the abdomen. An obvious reason as to how it got its name. Now, there are two types of banded hornets. There are banded hornets in the mainland of East Asia, and then there are banded hornets in the tropical regions. And you can tell the difference mainly because the mainland hornet band stops right in the middle. So you see a black line above the yellow. The tropical version of this hornet has a yellow band that extends all the way to the top of the abdomen. And of course, here we are in the tropics, so this is in fact that species. But between the two, this one is known to be much more aggressive, and it kills many people throughout East Asia every single year. In fact, in 2018 alone, this species of hornet killed 7 people in Indonesia. And that is because of the toxicity of its venom and the aggression of the colonies of these hornets. They do nest, they do hive up, and when people are swarmed by these and inflicted with multiple stings, it can almost lead to instant anaphylaxis, instant shock. And sadly, yes, many people lose their lives due to those unfortunate encounters. But today, and because of all the stings that I've done before and my knowledge of what to do in case of an emergency situation from a sting, I am willing to go flesh to stinger with the terror that is known as the banded hornet of Borneo. And it looks intense, preparing itself for what is going to be probably one of my worst stings. The nerves are kicking in. Gonna take a sting on this arm. Got a little aftermath still going there from a different sting, but this is a nice blank canvas. Because this hornet could have a potentially emergency outcome to this sting test, let's just do a quick review, guys, on the EpiPen. If I need the EpiPen and I can't administer myself, this is what you do. Remove the pen from the container. Both blue caps come off, exposing the needle. You jam it into either of my legs. You depress the top for 10 seconds. Pull it out. And that will give me enough medicine to make it to where I can get more help. Okay, guys, here we go. Out of the container. Try to do it without getting it too fired up so I can get a good hold on it. See the stinger going. Got a bad hold. I've got it between the sheets. I'm gonna keep chasing it until I get to dead end. Make sure I got a good hold. I got a good hold. There it is. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the banded hornet of Borneo on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's in. Yeah, I get it. It got away. Oh, buddy, it got me. Oh. Oh, wow. Ooh, that burns. Oh, yeah. Instant searing pain. Stinger went deep right away. flew off almost immediately. No one else was stung, thankfully. But that was a powerhouse of a sting, guys. It's like making my hand shake. All right, let's just monitor. We're gonna have to monitor this for like at least a half hour, guys. I'm not out of the woods by any means. It's been about 10 minutes after the sting. You can still see the blood at where the sting site was. A lot of the stings that I take remain in the upper parts of the skin, in the dermis of the skin. This one clearly went into the bloodstream, and it itches so bad already. Typically, itching does not set in for at least like 12 hours to a day. I have never experienced this on any sting before. And it still hurts. Let's be really, really clear. It does not feel good at all, but the itching is starting to overpower the pain. So unusual. But it's time to rank this insect, this banded hornet from Borneo, on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. And as always, it's going to be on 3 factors: intimidation, pain, and the aftermath. Roll it. On intimidation, the banded hornet certainly looks intense. It's easily twice as large as your average hornet, and they almost warn you not to touch them with that bright yellow banding. Plus, they do have that reputation of being the most deadly sting in Borneo, which is terrifying given how many stinging insects live out here. So for that, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. For pain, once the stinger dug into my skin and started dosing me with its venom, it was immediate. And the sting radiated throughout my entire arm, engulfing my forearm in searing pain. And it drew a drop of blood on top of that, which only happens with the most serious of stings, and it definitely made me nervous. Given all those factors, it easily earns its 8.1 out of 10 for pain. The aftermath of the banded hornet continues to earn it some serious points. That stinger went in deep and caused serious itching right away, which I have never experienced before. I went through wave after wave of pain, and we had to closely monitor my symptoms to make sure I wasn't having an allergic reaction. It also caused a shocking bullseye reaction on my arm, which is always concerning. Anytime I would get active in the days following, the swelling would come rushing back, including the horrible itch, which lasted for a full 48 hours. And for that, it gets an aftermath score of a solid 8 out of 10. All factors combined, the banded hornet ranks at an 8.2 on the Brave Wilderness BSI, beating out the cow killer from Arizona, but falling just short of the giant black carpenter bee, also from Borneo. Wow, this place stings. All right, guys, it is the wee hours of the morning here in Western Australia, and we woke up early because we are trying to find one of the world's smallest marsupials, the honey possum. These tiny creatures only live in Western Australia and are rarely ever seen because they are super quick, hopping and bouncing from tree to tree. Now, while they are smaller than a mouse, they are actually related to koalas, kangaroos, and wombats. And if I'm able to catch one, I'm going to show you why this is one of the most impressive and smallest mammals in the entire world. Now, these creatures are very agile. In order to have any chance of getting one up close to the cameras, we're going to need to use some technology to aid us. So what we have here is a thermal scope. You can see the scanner here, a live feed on the phone, and it will detect any body heat coming off of these small possums. And if we are able to spot one on the scope, we're then gonna race out of the car and try to get hands-on with this super cool and super tiny marsupial. Joining us on our possum search is Max Jackson from Australia Wildlife Encounters. If there's anyone who can spot a creature in the outback, it's him. All right, so we're gonna start our search by looking for plants that flower, because these honey possums live on a diet completely made up of flower nectar. So if we find flowers, that's going to be a good indication that there'll be honey possums in the area. This heathland habitat is perfect because typically at all times during the year, there's always going to be something in bloom. It didn't take long for Max to guide us to a location full of orange banksia flowers, a favorite of the honey possum. Unfortunately, by the time we got there, the day's temperatures rose and the thermal cameras became less and less effective, making it difficult to spot the tiny warm-blooded possums apart from the hot banksia trees. So we decided that although we found our location, we would need to return back the next morning for another try.
There.
That's something.
That, it's on a flower too.
That's a possum.
That's a possum. Look at it, that's totally a possum.
We got it. You can see the thermal scope is picking up a small creature at the top of this flower. Hopefully that is the honey possum we were after. This is awesome. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see him. I definitely see him, man. He's flying around there.
All right, do you want me to stand back and you see if you can go for a grab?
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on it with this laser.
Okay. coming down at me? Yeah, I don't see anything. Thought I saw a flash of it when we first walked up, but it's hard to tell. Like, could have just been a branch in the wind.
So I saw him moving down, I kind of lost track of him from there. Oh, hang on, there. That's him, he's moving around, he's at the bottom, he's like, yeah, is this head level? He's around there somewhere.
Okay. So he's gonna be at the top of this tree. Oh, I got him. I see him. I think he jumped down. Saw him for like a fleeting glimpse. All right. Well, let's keep trying. Yeah, he's like right there. Oh, I see him. I see him. I got eyes on him. Here, take the phone.
Okay, just drop it, it's fine.
Okay, I am looking at it. I am staring right at it. Oh, I just jumped. Yep. Got him. Where is he now? Oh, I see him. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm so close. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I missed that. Oh. Ah. All right.
These guys move fast.
They are so incredibly quick. Is it the flower again? There's just too many escape routes for these honey possums to go. I can see them, I get within like an arm's reach, and then they see me and go bing, and just jump to the other branch. And these trees are super dense. Like the leaves are very prickly, the branches are very stiff, so like moving the tree around is really complicated. I almost had him. I'm not joking, we may want to go back and get my tide pool net, because they are so fast. We've got one. Oh, I see two. There's one up high. That one looks like it's really resting easily. Let's go for it. All right, I'm gonna go in for a catch. Yep, okay. Here we go. It's gonna be right here.
Yeah, there somewhere. You're right in front of it.
Should be looking right at it.
Hasn't moved yet.
Oh, I see him. He's up. Oh wait. There's a little bird's nest there.
Ah.
But I think it was one of them because I saw a tail.
He's still there.
Oh wait, I'm looking right at him.
Yep.
I see him. Okay. I'm looking right at him.
Oh, he's moving. He's moving. No, he's running overhead. Huh?
I heard it. This way?
He's up high, actually. He's on a flat. You should be able to see him. He's there. In the back of that.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got one. Oh, we got a honey possum, guys. That was awesome. That was awesome. Hi. Oh my goodness. You are the cutest thing I have ever seen. Okay, the sun is coming up. Let's let the light expose the habitat a little bit better, and then we are gonna show you this tiny little creature up close and personal. Oh, guys, look at how small this marsupial is. And yes, I know at first glance, it looks a little bit like a mouse, but in fact, this is a marsupial, namely because of how it rears its young. That when they, hey buddy, it's okay, it's okay. It's a little nervous, I'm gonna talk a little quieter. So this little honey possum can give birth to 2 to 3 joeys at a time. And when they are born, they are no bigger than a grain of rice, making them the smallest mammal at birth in the world. And then they'll be reared in their mother's pouch for up to 3 months before they venture off to find their own flowers. These little honey possums can drink up to 7 milliliters of nectar in a day. That's the equivalent of a human being drinking 50 liters of soda. Could you imagine? So their metabolism is super fast. They are pretty much always hopped up on a good diet of sugar. Hi, look at that iconic snout, which is developed to help them get at the plant nectar, the flowers in these Banksia trees. They are perfectly adapted for their food source. In addition to their slender snout, they also have a very long tongue, which is up to 1/4 length of their entire head. This tongue is covered in, hold on, I gotta get a better grip, sorry guys. We're almost done, we're almost done. We're gonna put you back on your flower, don't worry. Okay, let's see if we can feed our friend here some sugar water. All right, ready? Oh yeah, look at that. Somebody was thirsty. You can see how it uses that little tongue to lap up the nectar. Yum, 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 yum. Oh my gosh, look how long his tongue is. Now their tongue is covered in bristles that helps it extract the nectar out of the flowers. And just like the bees behind us on the flower, these honey possums are extraordinary pollinators. Without them, this environment would certainly be in peril. They are a very important part of the ecosystem here in Western Australia, and they are also super cool. Like many other marsupials, it is prehensile. Do you see how it grips onto my finger there, how it curls up? That prehensile tail can wrap around branches and allows this tiny little marsupial to grip onto flowers and tree limbs with great efficiency, and they can actually hang and support their entire body weight just with their tail. So me gently holding it here is totally fine for this creature. Their base of their tail is very strong and can support their entire body. Now, in addition to its prehensile tail, it also has a very interesting hind foot. Similar to a koala bear, it actually has a thumb that hangs out off the foot, 4 fingers, that allows it to really grab onto stems and limbs so we can get up on those flowers. So another distinguishing feature about the honey possum are those tiny little ears, which are quite large for its head. It has an extraordinary sense of hearing, and that's going to help it stay away from predators that would be out here trying to get them as they're feasting on flowers. Anything from a snake to a bird would make a meal out of a honey possum. They do have striping running along their back. The males have a bit more of a prominent stripe down the back, which leads me to believe that this is a male. Sir, thank you for joining us today on Brave Wilderness. Ow, it's trying to nip me a little bit. Luckily, the honey possum really lacks any serious teeth. It has a couple of flat peg-like teeth, but nothing that's gonna give me a serious nip this morning. You are teeny tiny and super adorable. All right, now these creatures are nocturnal. The sun's starting to come up. I think it's time to put our honey possum back on its flower and let it nap for the rest of the afternoon. You were so good. Thanks for hanging out with us. How about a flower? You want a flower? You hungry? So cool. Oh, coming back? Back to me? Back to me? Oh, oh, oh. You gonna go back? Where are you going? Can I offer you a flower? All right, let's put the honey possum back in the bush. Oh. That's it. That's all she wrote. Honey possum scene. Cut.
If you enjoyed that episode, make sure to search for the Brave Wilderness channel on YouTube so you can join me and the crew on our upcoming adventures.